Hey guys, this is Blake back here again with my channel, Mr. Green 386 DLS. Just was watching a lot of videos tonight, about midnight. Just been watching a lot of videos and you know, checking out guns that I was interested or would be interested in, or that I was looking at throughout my time here before I made my purchase and got my Taurus PT 740 40 Smith & Wesson, excuse me. um, and one of the, well, actually two or three of the guns I was looking at, I went into the store and I'm really glad I didn't. Like, they appealed to my eye, and of course that you want to have a nice gun, pretty gun, be appealing and but be effective and be something that you can trust. And I actually wanted to talk a lot about, like, you can go from High Point to Keltec, you know Jennings, they're little 22 long rifles, and a lot of those, the Phoenix arms, little 22 long rifles that you can pick up for 90 bucks, 60 bucks, whatever, up to little 22 long rifles that are $300 and $400. That you just want something to throw in your pocket and that it's gonna run and be a good gun. Now, my buddy that does a lot of my tattoos on me, he had went and bought a Keltec PF9 and told me, let's go out and test fire it. Well, we didn't make it through 4 shots when it stovepiped, and I took a look at his magazine, and we broke it down right then and there, and just, you know um, it being the 9mm, I brought some ammo, and we were shooting my Taurus PT 24/7, which that gun ran flawless. If anybody ever looks at that full size gun, that, and then the 40 and 45 PTs, any of the PT 24/7 models, you're getting an awesome deal with that gun. That's like a Sigma. Sigmas are awesome guns for the money, and with the simple spring removal and the trigger, you're going from about 9.5 pounds down to 6 or 5, and with a little bit more you can get it down to about 4. But let me get off I got off the beaten path there. Now I'm not gonna put High Point in the limelight on here. What I really wanted to talk about was the Keltecs. With his Keltec, we went out and with this gun and shot, and I had no problems. Fortunately, that was a good weapon. But what I had to constantly keep stop and helping him. He was too knowledgeable, but you know he went out and shot the gun, and it was stovepiping, misfeeds, misfires, and just not cycling all the way through. Whenever you lock, bang bang, it wasn't doing all the processes. And the gun itself, through just talking to him, he said, I gotta get rid of this piece of shit, and that he had it in the mail and he was waiting to get it back, and he was gonna go and trade it off. Now, my point here is to people that pick up his mess. There's many videos of Keltecs on here. Once again, I'm not trying to bash Keltec, but like, if you're gonna pay for your money, this is my experience. He sent the gun back 4 times. On the 4th time, he was done. Wasn't gonna mess with it, break it. He felt that it definitely was not a sidearm that he would use at any given point. Well, when you feel like that, that's not a gun that you're gonna want to carry and depend on your life with. And he decided to pawn off on that. So a lot of the PF9 at the very least is terrible, and just like, when you hear Caltech, you really think of, good customer service and stuff. He said he wasn't treated very nice, and there was a serious waiting time. I think he said 6 to 8 weeks for his return, and he had no protection. Well, that's not cool. You paid $300, $400 for this gun. And there will be good reviews on the Caltex. You'll see there is good guns out there like Caltech, but sometimes you just can't help the situation with the gun, if it's not fitting your needs and everything like that, then, well, why would you keep something around that you definitely don't think will save your life? You know what I mean? It definitely, PF9 is not a put next to the nightstand kind of gun that, you get off 2 shots and hope to God that, it stays cranking and don't jam up on you, break an injector, stovepipe, misject, misfeed, miss everything on the target. Actually, it's an alright shooter, but when it shoots, and for the longest and viral on here, you'll see the high point is bashed. But I've had 2 friends that bought the high points. One bought a 45, one bought a 9. One with the 9, I actually bought the gun from him in hopes of, getting it warranted and, getting it fixed, because you could see that what I could find, the first thing I saw was the bent fucking, I'm sorry, I can't, the actual firing pin, I'm sorry, was bent on it, so I at least needed that. Come to find out, you have to be the first owner to get a warranty, so I tried to work that out with the other owner, and luckily I got my money back on that, because that was not a good deal. But now my other friend, he went out and bought a 45, and I'm thinking, man, same story. Go out and blow 150 rounds, 200 rounds, whatever, a couple weeks later, and I'm out there shooting, he's shooting my gun, I'm shooting this high point 45, and it's kicking and it's leaving gaping holes, and it's reliable. Like, he uses his self-defense gun, and he carried it, big old 45 high point. But that gun, he could rely on his life with. I would, on the way that his was performing, and it wasn't like, yes, he had the feed ramps polished, but it wasn't like anything was done to the trigger or anything inside. It was just, basically what I'm saying is, the Caltex too, and any other brands that, you're gonna have your 50/50s, there's comes up like that, like, you'll get one that works and functions perfect, and you'll get another that just will never run for its whole life, because either the upper doesn't have something right on it, or the lower's not doing something. And high points they take the gun back from you, and most of the time they send you another gun, so you have another chance. At least then you get a new upper and a lower, If you do get a new gun, if it's messed up that bad, you get a new upper and lower, so you get to start with a new gun and pray that that one falls in the 50/50 range and on your side. So, this is just a little bit of knowledge. Also, when I was looking around when I made my purchase on my PT 740 40 cal, I was looking at, at the bodyguard. Bodyguard's awesome. The TCP, I believe it is. I think it's the Ruger. Really, really nice little pocket carry. And the car is a really clean little guy. That was almost one that I was thinking about getting. It's really nice. And the Diamondback, it didn't feel right in my hands. I think that was chambered in 382, or actually it's 9mm, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I felt a couple of Diamondback models, and when you look at the grips on them, you expect it to feel really grippy and everything, and it felt like really, really small. Like I'm almost like squeezing the grip to death. My hands were wrapping around it so tight. Just didn't feel right in the hand, but I did hold the and shoot the Kel-Tec PF9, and it's comfortable. Like, it's really nice. It's a nice gun. So I don't know what the hell was up with that, but that was just a little stuff that I wanted to talk about, my experience. The guns that I have been in contact with throughout my times messing with guns, I love my Tauruses, of course. Any of the 24/7 models are awesome. Carry mucho dinero, mucho ammunition, and they run and run and run. I had 9 magazines for my 24/7. Yeah, got rid of that gun a while back. Would love to have another one. Probably will get another one because it just performed. And also I was watching a video here tonight of this guy talking about the 9mm and its stopping power compared to a 45. And I don't know, some guy from the Bronx or whatever, Yonkers, he said, the stopping power between a 9 and a 45. Well, we all can pretty much guess there what is going to beat who, but he mentioned something like, alright, you shoot a normal guy with a 9mm, it's going to knock him down. You shoot Hulk Hogan with a 9mm, he's going to keep running at you. What the hell are you talking about? Hulk Hogan running at you and you shoot him with a 9mm, he's not going to stop. Basically, I was making a video saying that we shouldn't have 9mm. This is like saying, run a 10mm over a 45 because they're supposedly more penetratable, and it'll knock down a bear. To get rid of the whole 9mm family of pistols and rifles, carbines, whatever you want to call them. I call them carbines, carbine, whatever. You're really just not justifying anything. I don't know what that guy was talking about in this video, but 9mm is plenty of stopping power with the proper ammo, most definitely. I know if I got shot by a 9mm, I wouldn't be wanting to go on a swing set and eat popping candy with your daughter. I don't think anybody at that point. I don't care if your daughter was a swimsuit model and I needed to take my ass to the fucking hospital. But whatever. Long live the 9mm. Long live the 10mm, because it has its own story too. Really love the 10mm Glocks. They're nice. But I'm gonna end the video on that note. This is great to see videos out there that say that a gun is good, but that's just going by their name and not taking the time to go shoot them. Not trying to badmouth anybody in any of the brands, Kel-Tec, High Point, and Taurus, whoever talking about. But when people do reviews, come on, be honest about it. It helps in the end whenever people like me or the bajillion other people that go on here and look at reviews. The first video says, "Oh, this gun is awesome. Had no problems with it." And flicking it around. You can notice in some of the videos that are positive, the gun is like completely clean. So like, has it been shot? Did you shoot one? I shot one. But I'll end it on that note with the rambling 15 minutes long. You guys have fun.